Easy's back again, yeah, with another build, yeah. So firstly, I'm gonna start off with my new product, yeah. So Easy's gonna be pushing a lot of stuff for his new website that's pending, yeah, loading, yeah. So soon look out for that, yeah. But this is the product that I've been pushing in my ends, yeah. Yeah, as we should know by now, yeah. Easy's got the CMOS, yeah, the CMOS gel, yeah. Mixed with the limeade. You can get the plain one. This is the one with the cordyceps. Yeah, you got the limeade, which is good for the brain. I broke it down on the build that I done with the CMOS. Yeah. So now Easy's got more products for the Eazi Herbs, website. Where people can start buying the actual raw CMOS now. Yeah. So Easy's got the two products. This the white one. I'm gonna keep the purple one. The transparent. It's gonna be the golden one, yeah. So these are the two mosses that you can buy. They're about 60 grams, yeah. So they're a little bit more than what people are selling them for, So yeah, that's the mosses that Eazy is gonna be having. The website is pending, I'm just trying to build up all my products before I put things online, see how the community over here, responds to my products, before I start pushing it out. But yeah, there's a few other stuff that is impending as well. So it's going to be a lot of more stuff that you're going to be able to pick up straight from the Eazi Herb website, yeah. So look out for that, and it's going to be informational as well. So yeah, so it's big things that's going to be popping for this year, yeah. So yeah, so Eazy thought kind of a random build, little random build. I'm here chilling, in my car. So yeah, Eazy thought, let me just do a random build, we talk about what's going on, about health issues, yeah. I know it's a lot, especially when it comes to sourcing information, yeah, and validating information, yeah. Like, this is a topic I definitely want to speak about, because it's very hard, yeah, to really look deep into information and really be, standing on the truth, because like we all know, governments have their agenda, pushing a certain narrative, so we need to be careful what we study, what we utilize as food, what is considered as health, or healthy for our body, because if you do your history, you find that back in the day they thought smoking cigarettes was healthy, and they had scientific research that can back that up, which was like pseudo information, so other stuff like lead, using lead and other factors that asbestos, for in construction world, that they thought they were using it for construction buildings, and now they find out that it causes damage to the body, yeah. So we need to understand that when we actually do our fact checks on information, we need to be very careful, yeah, because depending on the time, a certain narrative might get pushed out, yeah. Because we all know that, for example, veganism or vegetarian was out for a long period of time, it goes back, and now it's getting commercialized, getting pushed out there, veganism, and they're creating other products out of the term veganism and try to push it like it's anything that's not meat is better for you, yeah. Like, for example, the Impossible Burger, yeah, and other factors, soya bean and etc., yeah. And then you have scientific research that backs certain new products that's been putting out, and basically you have to be a little bit skeptical on these new types of products, the so-called Impossible Burger, because when you do certain researches, because we know that the Impossible Burger, for example, comes out of was created, it's a processed fungi that was found, and then they just interjected certain proteins and etc. to build up the content of nutrients within the fungi, the dead fungi, basically. Because yeah, and the vegan society and the vegan narrative is the fact that as long as it's not meat, it should be good to go. And to tell you the truth, that's where you would have start getting into some trouble and some problems. You start realizing that you're not gonna get the beneficial effects and nutrition that you would get if you had a different type of dietary, because they're comparing the fungi protein with the meat protein, and which one is better for the body. So what I'm saying is, and the build this is about being spectacle on what's out there, because one day they were condemning even up to cannabis, and now they're trying to promote it like this is a new thing, so the narrative and agendas are questionable. So you always have to do your research, and as you know about science, and most of their scholarship and research is always upgraded by the year. So you told even a man like me that talks on the point of health and science, I have to go back and research and refax the information I was pushing out maybe last year. For example, whey protein, whey protein, casein protein. This is all the proteins of animal proteins. And then that's another thing. Understanding sources and reading sources about nutrition and just going through the standard research that's out there is a little bit problematic, only because if you don't understand biology and science and how elements and elements work together, and how elements need to be accompanied, this is where you would get deceived. This is where you would start thinking otherwise, because there's a lot of stuff now, it's getting pushed back towards meat. For example, the whey and the casein, which is the animal protein, and the dairy protein. Casein is the dairy protein, the whey is the animal protein. And basically, sources for days a couple of years ago will validate the fact that it causes cancers, it attacks the microbiome, it's acidic, the amino acid, the sulfur containing amino acids within the whey protein, it's high in methionine. There's some sources that can validate the fact of having a dietary with high methionine, keeps cancer cells at bay, because we understand that, for example, free radicals attack abnormal cells, and etc., to get rid of or cause the cell apoptosis, which is another term of cell death, and this methionine, that it can only be introduced via dietary, at a high abundance, keeps cancer cells alive. Abnormal cells need a requirement for it to stay alive. So when you do your source checking on the methionine and how cancer cells depend on methionine, you should be able to find out sources that validate exactly what I'm talking about. But like I was saying, information changes, scientists comes up with new conclusions. They're trying to, cancer research talks about how whey protein and casein protein, there's no such there's no link for it to be causing cancers. But like I said, that's just reading down the current research method that is probably pushed out there as we speak today. But the problematic with the whey protein and casein protein is because when you know biology and you know what amino acids are within it, and what, for example, percentages of hydrogen, we understand, and how it even attacks the microbiome. The science would tell you should not be eating that, So regardless of what the cancer research might throw out there, because with cancer, not just cancer research, but research in general, they throw up certain narratives there, but they don't really break it down in any scientific way where you can actually do your own research and actually learn how they're actually are beneficial, or are benefit for you, or causes you harm. This is why you need to understand biology and how atoms, atoms and molecules and etc. works, because and elements and etc. Because then you will know. Because casein, would be lacking in for example, magnesium, and it's also lacking in D3. That's in cow's milk. These two elements is need to be accompanied for anything that is high in abundance of calcium, needs to be with, partnership with, because other than that, it's gonna cause you problems, and this is the problem, so when there was link it up to it not being a risk for harm in the body, when you look into the elements that's accompanied with, you'll find that other elements is missing, and it's gonna cause problems. So this is the issue that I have at the moment, because right now whey protein, casein protein is out there, and they're saying that it doesn't cause the body harm. There's a lot of people that's been using these protein shakes to try to bulk up, and then most of people, you do see good effects, good effects bulking up, you get the weight, and the muscle mass. But when it comes to health, and especially when it comes to dietary, things don't just happen like that. It's a gradual build up, and there's a gradual attack to your body, your systems, so when you start getting older, where your body is not recovering as quick, this is where it will cause problems, and when you're attacking your microbiome, this is like you're attacking your earth. So we do need to look more in the biology sense more than the scientific research sense, because we know for a fact that these agendas have been pushing out, and you want to definitely be careful with that, so just to give you a heads up on how you do your research. I think with scientific research, you have to just do your biology studies, learn certain elements and find out a little bit more on the nutrition way, and find out how it works within your body. And then when you read these new articles and these new studies of research, you can have a better understanding of what's going on. So that's easy build. Make sure you get your CMOS, because especially when it comes to things like CMOS and herbs, herbs, they always put this that it hasn't, was it these effects or these, it's always may, it's never 100% facts. And then they will always throw the fact that it hasn't been thoroughly researched, because when it comes to dietary, it seems like they don't want to thoroughly research anything. But when it comes to pharmaceuticals or any drugs they want to push into the body, then somehow they got some next type of research behind it. And then dietary, they don't waste the time on it. It's not enough. That's what you see in most of the dietary, herbal, fungi, seaweed, all. If you look at all of the sources, you will see may promote good health, may promote good bacteria. It's never a fact, because and then underneath you will see there's not enough scientific research or not enough scientific evidence that can back up this claim. So it seems like they're just pushing a narrative that pharmaceuticals, they need to get the money, cancer research need to get the money, and there's no research on the health and the dietary, the herbs that actually fight against these pathogens that we occur in our body. So just have a little bit of a open-minded when you read, and then jump on other people's sources and facts. To have other mind. If you're gonna push sources and facts, make sure you have a little bit of more of an understanding of biology, and then we can go from there. This is an easy build. But make sure that you pick up your CMOS, you got the line main, you got the cordyceps and everything. So this is easy build. Blessing.